fastest show in sports.
It always has seemed to me that in all the other sports, save for hockey, there is an entitlement factor. These players, from the time they're young, this is nothing new. This goes back to the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I remember this when I covered college athletics. It is still the players that are seen as gods by their fans and the people who want to follow them. And they are entitled. Now with social media, these players are even more entitled. And now with NIL, they're even more entitled, especially in basketball, more than any other sport, where they walk in as stars immediately, and you better appreciate me. You better root for me because I'm the guy that's going to bring you a title. Look, the only thing, Helene, I can say is that Cooper Flagg, who was picked number 1 this year in the NBA draft, this kid has none of that. I mean, it's just like, it is that breath of fresh air, but that entitlement factor, Helene, and I think there are people in sports media that feed that want to be part of that, and they make it even worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. I think, the other thing is too, is that, you turn on your TV during college basketball season and you're going to see how many games, or you buy a streaming package or whatever, you can see dozens of college basketball games. Tell me how many college hockey games you can see.
None. Well, maybe one. If
Yeah,
you've got a local cable system.
Right. And, these guys, the hockey players, there's still more of an anonymity factor. I mean, people were asking me before the NHL draft, well, who do you think's going to get drafted? I really couldn't answer that. I mean, just from what I read, but you don't see them. College basketball, you see these kids before they hit the NBA. College football, you see those kids before they hit the NFL. You can already build up a relationship and identity. You know the guy's story before he lands in your city on your team. That's
Well,
not
then
the case.
is that something that the NHL is missing? Because when you think about it, the NFL has built its brand with not just the games themselves, but with everything else that's around it. I mean, the NFL draft at Lambeau Field this year, I mean, that was like a major rock concert. That was like Live Aid had come to the stadium again.
Yeah.
And they have all these stories and all these scouting services, and then the social media pitches it out there with all the different videos and audios about the kids. Hockey's sort of missing that. They don't focus on the players. It's like the college players are completely anonymous. Well, they're even anonymous with the draft. I mean, it's only the real draftniks that actually know who gets drafted.
Yeah, or when they do try to tell the stories, it seems they do it in a heavy-handed kind of way. I mean, at the NHL draft, I think it was the kid who was drafted number 1. His mom had passed away a few years before, and they just kept hitting this poor kid with questions about his mom. It's an emotional day. It's, big step in his life, and okay, absolutely, it's reasonable to mention it. It's reasonable to discuss it and the effect that it had and how he's helped raise money for charities and all that kind of thing. But they just kept hammering away at it to the point where I just felt bad for the kid. They don't know how to tell the stories as well as they should. And
That's
believe
it.
me, there are plenty of stories out there.
Well, there's another thing, too. I mean, a lot of the stories of hockey players when they hit college, they're not controversial at all. I mean, they're just like kids from the neighborhood. But a lot of times when you get the NFL players, or at least the college players in college football and college basketball, everybody wants to dig for the bad part, the controversy. They want to create some controversy there that brings them up, and that's what sells. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and it may be happening. Certainly, I'm sure there's misbehavior among college hockey players too, but it's not reported. It's not uh, uh, noticed as closely and as much as other sports. And I think the one thing is that telling stories is a human need almost. It's an instinctive kind of way of passing along history from generation to generation. I mean, when I talk to kids who want to go into journalism, I always tell them that storytelling is an essential instinctive need. How else do folk tales get passed down? How
Yeah.
else does history get passed down? But by people telling their kids who tell their kids who tell their kids, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, the way that we tell the stories, newspaper, online, streaming, whatever, podcasts, those things change, but the essential desire to tell a story and the need to tell it well, those will never change. And it's
Speaking
a
of
matter of the people recognizing the value.
the value
I
of
mean,
the story.
exactly. And I think you see now all these leagues, they have, some of them are former newspaper, like the NHL has NHL.com. It employs a lot of writers. NBA.com. I would assume NFL.com. I'm not sure.
Yes,
MLB.com.
they do.
A
Same
lot
thing.
of people working there used to be work for daily newspapers or other outlets. And, the league only gives them so much leash, I guess is the best way to put it. I forget which one it was, but I think it was NBA.com at one point. The writers were told they should not be breaking stories,
Right.
which is ridiculous. But, you have all these people who are, I don't want to say bending, but it's going to be a slant that's in positive in favor of that league.
That's all, folks.